Bonjour à tous et à toutes et bienvenue pour cette découverte numéro 2, parce qu'il y a encore des choses à apprendre je pense sur ce jeu, de Divinity Original Sin. Déjà pour commencer, comment on passe ici? Ah ouais, non. Il doit falloir... Ah, il y a une cave. D'accord, il faudra passer par la cave. Ok. Ça m'a l'air quand même d'une grande ville. Hop. D'accord. Alors, ici, ça a l'air d'être... Bon, ça, d'accord. Je voudrais trouver un marchand. Il n'y en a pas par hasard? Il y a des tomus. Salut, Billy. J'ai trouvé ce jeu que je trouve intéressant. Je l'ai trouvé pour... Attends. Hop. Je l'ai trouvé pour 9,99 €. Il t'intéresserait peut-être. Enfin, je sais pas s'il y est toujours. C'est un jeu que tu peux jouer même en coop. Et je le trouve vraiment bien. Franchement, il vaut plus le coup que Fallout. Hein. Enfin, après, ça c'est juste un avis personnel.
I've spotted something.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this great.
That's right. Let's get digging.
As you prepare to break ground,
Here's hoping we find something worthwhile.
you plunge your shovel into.
Insensible. Oh. Oh putain. Oh, oh c'est trop fort. Ah, je m'y attendais trop pas à celle-là. Oh, la mine, elle nous a explosé la gueule. Bon, voyons voir. Du coup, je me suis fait exploser la tronche, donc on ne touche pas à ceci. Bon. Tony l'a compris, on ne touche pas. Bon, je pense que ça n'a rien changé. Il n'y a toujours rien dans les tonneaux. Ah si, c'est vrai, il y avait une défense. Là.
I've spotted something.
Ouais. Mais laisse ça où c'est. Bienvenue à la maison de soins de Tyrone, parce que vous le valez bien. D'accord. Tivellon. Evelyne. D'accord. On ne voit pas grand chose ici. Hein. C'est la seule chose qu'on peut parler. Vous pouvez faire du commerce avec presque tous les personnages. Alors, voyons. L'étoile en haut à droite représente l'attitude du commerçant vis-à-vis de vous. L'attitude détermine le prix. D'accord, ouais, non, mais après ça j'ai un petit. Chaussures. Ça c'est du poiscaille, une dent. Vieillard qu'on s'en fout. L'épée courte, on s'en branle. Ça s'appelle Divinity Original Sin. Oh là, tu es en train de décéder à côté. 90. On va attendre un peu. Plus ma réputation sera meilleure, hein, mieux ça sera après tout. Pâte, bon, ça je peux le revendre, j'ai lu. Chute de tissu, c'est à garder. Mèche, hop. Canne à pêche. Un crâne. On va garder les clous. Bon, lui, il a quoi? Des potions. Des potions qui coûtent la peau du cul. Si on disait l'un des deux, l'un d'un ou 2%, la quantité de poussière de crâne, la stabilité pourrait aller jusqu'à tripler.
A source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia. But, no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Yeah?
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
Alors, peu importe, hein, même si l'ordre pouvait dépêcher son spécimen le plus robuste, je suis certain qu'il a envoyé l'individu qui venait juste après. C'est dans l'ordre de probabilité de réussite, n'est-ce pas?
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory.
Je peux peut-être rafraîchir la mémoire. Ouais.
It was I who cured the Duchess of
C'est moi qui ai guéri la duchesse d'Arata de sa soif intarissable.
I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single
Moi qui ai
application
découvert
of
une seule application de
Secours de
teinture.
tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
D'accord.
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
So,
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there... Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself. Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of medicine. Unless one of them happens to have a secret stash of healing stones. Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor, terrible loss that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know.
Les aventures d'Esmeralda, sa femme, n'étaient pas un secret pour grand monde, vous savez. Que pouvez-vous me dire sur cette évasion de mort-vivant? Je me suis attelé depuis 2 ans à ce problème particulier, sans jamais m'approcher.
I declared it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere... Well, I expect you...
D'accord, bon.
Healing stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
excuse me, this is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Sevens you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this... I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing... What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here, quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work, but nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar. You are?
Yes. Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life.
Boris it is? Yes. I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get...
No.
No, this is highly unusual.
Voilà, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Où c'est que je suis?
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
Qu'est-ce que t'es, toi? Par la plume, qui peut écrire 1 milliard de mots? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? 2 habitants de Rivellon, ici, à la fin de l'espace et du temps? Ça, par exemple. Qu'est-ce que comment...
Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzax the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is... attempting to avert dis... Tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, did your heart quicken and time ought to have no end? Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
It may be quite mad.
Oh.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't it? What's this? The portal. It's... The portal.
Bouteille de bière, bouteille de vin. Alors, ça on sait. Ah, quoique, ça se vendra.
One man's trash is another man's trash.
You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end, those torches, a light. This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it.
Hop. Musical, c'est pour vrai. Il se passe tellement de choses que j'en avais pratiquement oublié ça. Et ce que vous avez vu me hante depuis la première fois où j'ai aperçu. Le vide inverse, le dragon voit dévorer la création. Quand je parle de la fin des temps, ce n'est pas à prendre comme une métaphore. Je ne saurais dire comment il s'est retrouvé là, ni pourquoi. Mais c'est une chose. Chaque seconde qui passe, il réduit un peu plus notre avenir à néant.
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting then. No longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one. Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayer... In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through,
Dès que nous aurons traversé le portail, nous saurons à quoi vous nous en tenir.
After you. Oh, what wonders we may find. You first, but yes! Just as I'd hoped. There she is. There it is.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Ah, on dirait un arbre. Un arbre magique. Par contre, Zinda qui sont longs les persos à courir. Ça c'est en feu, on va éviter.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history?
Indeed, Sir Eric.
Alors attendez une seconde.
As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Stupéfiant, incroyable, j'ai tant de questions à vous poser, tant à demander et tant à dire. Je vois que vous avez invité du monde à venir ici, que voilà des hôtes atypiques. J'ai eu la même réaction, jeune dame, c'est alors arrivé à la fin des temps que notre rencontre est d'ailleurs liée. Comment expliquer ça? Vous devez bien avoir une idée. C'est une question que nous ferions mieux d'adresser directement à nos invités. Dites-nous, comment avez-vous atterri ici? Nous avons ça une pierre, une gemme étrange qui a eu pour effet de nous téléporter de Rivellon à cet endroit.
It was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here. And it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Oui, c'est exactement ce qui s'est passé.
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work.
Et uniquement unique en son genre.
Never had I experienced
Je
something
n'ai jamais fait
so
l'expérience d'une chose aussi contraire à ma nature.
to weave something I had not
Être
seen
amené à
and not
tisser ce que je
expected.
n'avais ni vu
Life
ni
does not
prévu.
simply spring into
Voyez-vous,
existence, you
en
see.
temps normal, la vie ne surgit pas comme ça du néant sans
But
prévenir.
yours has.
Mais c'est pourtant ce qui s'est passé dans votre cas. Votre première manifestation remonte à l'instant où vous avez touché cette pierre. Je sais qu'on lui donne le nom de pierre stellaire. Comment est-ce possible? Vous n'êtes donc pas omniscient? Avez-vous pâtissé tout ce qui a existé dans votre tapisserie? Comme les pierres, les personnes que vous avez invitées à venir ici représentent pour moi un mystère complet. Elles sont bien là, devant moi, mais elles ne sont apparues sur la tapisserie qu'à l'instant où elles ont réveillé la pierre. Traque source, il semble exister un lien inextricable entre la pierre stellaire et vous. Pourquoi? Comment? Je ne saurais le dire. Mais je pense qu'en trouvant de nouvelles pierres, vous me permettrez de découvrir qui vous êtes réellement. Qu'est-ce que cette pierre stellaire au juste? D'où vient-elle? Une seconde, je bois. La pierre stellaire n'est pas ce qu'elle paraît, Tracosource. Sa véritable nature est vraiment censée rester secrète. Un mystère que je ne saurais moi-même élucider. Vous voyez les déflagrations... Non, les dégradations, pardon, dans mon œuvre a fait les frais. Les déchirures qui lacèrent la tapisserie du temps. Les mystères du temps.
Oh, les trous dans l'histoire du monde. Oh, comme tout cela a pu me tourmenter longtemps.
Ok, bisous. Il semblerait que la pierre stellaire se sublime à votre contact, me donnant dans la foulée de nouveaux fils avec lesquels restaurer la tapisserie et par conséquent le temps lui-même. Je vois ce que le vide anéantit, la pierre stellaire le restaure. Oui. Bien qu'il me soit impossible d'expliquer pourquoi cette pierre stellaire est l'antidote permettant de contrer l'œuvre du vide. Si nous n'aidons pas le temps à reprendre son cours normal, si nous ne découvrons pas la véritable nature de cette pierre, bon, de restaurer le... En effet, c'est impératif. Bien qu'il me soit impossible de dire pourquoi nul autre que vous ne semble à même de libérer les pouvoirs enfermés dans les pierres stellaires, toutefois, nous ne sommes pas les seules personnes à convoiter ces gènes de puissance. C'est exactement ce qu'ils font. Continuer chacune de leurs actions avec de collectionneurs de pierres stellaires. Ils sont chaque jour plus nombreux. Maintenant, je comprends mieux. Ce qui garderait les pierres stellaires hors de portée. Eux qui l'empêcheraient le temps de se retarder.
The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable.
That shall never be.
Pas question que ça se passe comme ça, Gentenaire. Aussi sûr que Zix précède Zax, nous allons mettre un terme à tout ça. D'abord, nous allons nous charger de restaurer la tapisserie. Après quoi, nous arrêterons le vide. Je vous en prie, noble mystérieuse hôte, pouvez-vous nous compter votre soutien sur votre détermination? Acceptez-vous de vous mettre en quête de ces pierres? Allez-vous nous aider à restaurer ce qui nous a été arraché?
Ou je sais pas, t'es. Coupe en or, intéressant. Cuillère. Dommage, j'ai rien. Oh, de l'or. Donc, il faut qu'on se parle. Oh, il n'y a que ça que je peux pas ouvrir. Non, ça.
The last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Ok. Alors, du coup, on reprend, voilà. Parce qu'à la base, c'est elle. Ah ouais, non, ah d'accord, comme c'est Pépito qui m'a parlé.
Your brow suggests to me that you know with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth...
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps...
Like the imp said to the
Si je
ballista
devais chercher les pierres stellaires, c'est sûr que je dis.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing just like yourselves. Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my... From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most ruins, caves, the lairs of long...
Moi non plus, ça d'accord, on s'en fout après tout.
I don't know if I'd have Lonesome? Well, yeah. Before you go, I hope you'll be...
Ok. D'accord, ah c'est cool ça. Par contre on va reprendre elle. Après tout, c'est elle le commandant.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may seem.
J'aimerais que vous me parliez de vous, gentes
In the
dames.
ethereal threads of eternity,
Sur les fils éthérés de l'éternité, je consigne les actions qui Dieu.
And spectral apparitions. The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you ask and I shall answer. I am the weaver of time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the birth. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by two. Who has made us? I do not know.
Pour quelle raison? Je ne sais pas. Suis-je le début et suis-je la fin? Qui le dira? Peut-être suis-je la première chose de la création. Peut-être suis-je la création. Peut-être suis-je le créateur. Ou peut-être s'agit-il de vous?
Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell. Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the... A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that Starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old. Oh, Hunter, I have no need for company, like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need and all I am is time. And time is running out, unless... And yet, I do enjoy your companionship, for you may prove to become the cure that will heal my slipping soul. Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed. I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like new threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry, and because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These starstones, please, seek them so what it is but a sea bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the starstones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
Okay.
Good to see you on the shelter plane, like the imp said to the ballista operator.
Ah, c'est déjà fait. Bon. Eh bien, j'ai tout fouillé ici. Je pense plus rien avoir à lui dire.
Ask and I shall answer, if I can.
Non. Ah, je peux commercer avec elle. Fil, poudre de fée, aiguille. Ah, je peux pas lui revendre les objets que j'ai pris là. C'est trop. Ah d'accord, elle a pas d'or. Donc, ça c'est fuir, d'accord. Inventaire, j'ai eu... Ah non, c'est pas ça, c'est ça. Balise. Porte nord. Hop, on se TP. On se TP. C'est TP Paris.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm.
C'est plutôt sympa de trouver un refuge à l'abri de tout, pas vrai?
I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my opinion starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch.
Ils doivent être en train de... l'araignée sorcière...
It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able... Let me phrase it like Zigzag's might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars. But I do know I'd rather... If Zigzag's worries, I worry.
J'ai rencontré pour la première fois il y a bien longtemps de cela dans les terres désolées de YouTube. Je l'ai entendu qu'un chat pouvait bien faire dans un désert aussi aride.
So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels.
Il en est venu me raconter ses voyages.
He even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, though, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzag's asked me to... You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though.
Il vous suffira d'utiliser celle-ci pour trouver sa sœur
jumelle. Now that this
jumelle.
matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured,
D'accord. Pyramide, vous venez d'obtenir une pyramide. Ces pyramides sont toujours liées l'unes à l'autre et vont toujours par paire. Ouvrez votre inventaire et utilisez la pyramide pour vous téléporter vers la seconde. Je suis obligé de le faire de suite. On peut pas attendre un peu ça. Voisine là. Je sais pas où je vais.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye...
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the... I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tull you right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Venir de ce drôle de personnage.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Rejoindre les membres du groupe avancé. Ouvrez le menu circulaire et mettez un membre en surbrillant et appuyez sur croix.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that...
Sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In home forests, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Il n'y a rien de plus changeant qu'un individu. Dans la beauté comme dans la sauvagerie.
If you say it is so, then weary I will be. As the god wolf Amira commanded Threes. Win you from your wicked world, or cold company will corrupt you.
Tu seras corrompu par là. Alors.
Sorry, sir.
Non. Voilà, laisse-nous du coup. Nickel. Du coup, voyons. Personnage. Brut TPS, pur hunter et trouve flèche. D'accord. Elle a quoi en équipement? Bon, elle a pas d'arme déjà. Bon, on va lui mettre une vieille baguette en attendant. Là, on va lui mettre ça. Il y a l'air d'avoir du monde ici. Ça doit être l'auberge. Ouais, ça c'est l'auberge. Ah non, c'est la caserne de la Légion. Légionnaire. Légionnaire. Donc c'est pas là. Ah, c'est lui qui faut parler.
What have we here? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look. Do what you must in Sightseal. I'm Captain Orion.
Si vous voulez le savoir, le chef de la Légion impériale est par conséquent l'honneur et l'avantage de commander un bataillon de nos collègues. Oui, j'en ai peur. Serons-nous peu défaits par les morts vivants avant de rejoindre les rangs de cette légion de créatures aussi difformes que des cérébrales.
Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town. Not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover the scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guy Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate... If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain feasting
Parle-moi de la Légion, non, on s'en fout.
And it takes, I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
D'accord.
Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you?
D'accord, ok, bon, j'ai compris, t'aimes pas. Ok, ok. Très bien. Ben putain, on peut tout voler ici. Ah ah, roue. C'est ouf ça. On peut rien prendre. Hop. Ah, bâtard. Bon.
Attention! About this! To the barracks, not! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
Envoyer à Berdort. Ou quelle est la dague? Envoyer à Berdort.
Sorry, sir.
On verra plus tard pour ça. Hop. Après tout, c'est une archère. Hein.
Sorry, sir.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very Lieutenant Selenia at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured I'm a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction. The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once the bravest among my men, and women tell me that I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job, but I'm afraid they're not Legion material. Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the rest of them, but even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead, and I don't want any more blood on my hands. If ever we want to be 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation.
Alors, 3 lieux doivent faire l'objet d'une enquête approfondie. Le phare, les tumulus et la vieille église. Ces endroits sont pour le moins dangereux.
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle.
D'accord, à propos des tumulus, se trouve au nord de la ville.
A
Ouais.
local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church with a 7 instead. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead... So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
D'accord, ça peut être...
So good to see you again, Source.
Commerce, t'as des sous, toi? Ah non, ça c'est acheter, d'accord. Moi je veux vendre. Bon, je peux en tirer 90, c'est pas mal. Les haches. C'est pas grand chose, mais c'est mieux que rien. Bouteille vide à vendre, fiole à vendre. Ah, attends. Bouteille de bière, bouteille de vin. Ok, ça c'est bon. Ah, les secrets des parchemins, ça je l'ai à lire. L'ordre des traques sources, parchemin écrit par Grumio, je peux le virer. Pépito, t'as quoi? Chope de bière, une hache à une main robuste, on va la garder au cas où, ça peut toujours servir. Oh oh, oh oui, oh oui, donne ton or, pétasse. Ancienne robe. J'ai pas de magicien, mais au cas où on va la garder. Une étoile de mer. Les ordres. Et Bédor, elle a pas grand chose, je pense. Elle a 2 potions, une dague, la baguette. Ok. Eh ben c'est nickel tout ça. Détail. Armure de plate antique du coureur. Elle coûte cher, hein?
Greetings. These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivelon's finest work up...
This maniac's gonna turn me into...
Come on, chicken.
True story indeed. Perhaps we too can have a bite later.
What? No! My neck's too graceful to be had.
Chicken, viens chez papa.
Jack.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
That's enough of that now.
Merde. Mais c'est toi que je veux voir, tête de bite. Bon. Voilà.
That was close. Thanks for catching fidgety Jack here. I guess he got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks. Let's have that bird then, shall we? Our troops are mighty hungry.
D'accord, ok. Non, ça n'a pas l'air interdit d'aller à la trappe.
Have you met the archaeologist? He knows up.
Ok, voilà.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Donc, voyons du coup. Je crois dans mon inventaire j'ai un bouquin à lire déjà. Ouais, voilà, ça. Voilà, pâte de lapin magique. D'accord. Anneau de pâte de lapin. Ceinture en pâte de lapin. Oh, ça fait déjà 1 heure. Amulette en pâte de lapin. Farine. Pain. C'est tout? Bon, d'accord.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy...
Quartier maître.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Tasse vide. Plume fantaisiste. Ça peut être utile. Tête de flèche explosive. Ça peut être cool, toutes ces flèches. Pioche. D'accord, c'est juste une pioche. Ah, loupe d'identification. Ah, ça peut être intéressant. Hop. Voilà, j'ai pris quelques heures. Le kit d'anneau. Alors, je sais pas si ça peut m'être utile, mais bon. Du coup, inventaire. Putain, il faut que je range tout ça. Je vais envoyer quelques flèches. Voilà. Hop. Ah d'accord, c'est un nuage statique, d'accord, c'est pas les mêmes. Envoyer à Pépito. On peut pas le mettre... Ah, attends, si. Comment je fais pour y mettre des trucs dedans? Ah non, c'est quand on a besoin. Consommer. Envoyer à Pépito. Envoyer à Pépito. Combiner avec ça pour fabriquer. Voilà, flèche explosive. Flèche empoisonnée. Merde, c'est quoi ça? Ah oui, c'est bon. Flèche explosive. Ça c'est quoi? Grenade. Bon, d'accord. Est-ce que je peux te le vendre?
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got
Ah oui,
every
je peux.
style of equipment to fit you
Graal
from head
doré.
to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Bon, le kit d'anneau, je sais pas trop s'il peut me servir. La défense, ça. Le minerai d'argent, je garde. Les pots, je garde. Nécessaire de désamorçage de pièges, on le garde. Les marteaux n'ont pas l'air de servir à grand chose. Le bâton d'eau en bois, c'est pas grave, j'en ai pas besoin pour le moment. Bombe à eau, kit de réparation, grenade fumigène, flacon d'huile. Là, voilà. Et fabrication. Recette. Je peux rien faire. Peux rien faire. Peux rien faire. Peux rien faire. Et peux rien faire. Cool, Raoul.
These stores are for our Legion troops. Riverland's finest work up mighty fine appetite, so pleasant.
Ici, ça se tambourine sur la lèvre. Chaud comme une haleine de dragon. Ah, c'est pas mal, j'aime bien. Ah, si, de l'or. Oh, le poulet, reviens ici. Viens ici, la cocotte.
Those dark robed nuts really ruffle my feathers, sneaking around here at all hours of the night.
Ah. Ah merde, c'est la porte de derrière. Hop, faut passer par la porte de devant. Voilà, ça c'est la map de cette zone, je pense. Au fur et à mesure, ça doit grandir. Chercher le truc et je relancerai un live juste après. Je vous fais à tous des gros bisous et je vous dis à très vite pour la suite. Ciao ciao à tous.